Krima Positive Performances. Now let's talk about what happens in a coaching session. First, let's note and let's acknowledge there are so many types of coaching. Some coaches are trained, have very thorough experience and training and education to apply a specific coaching approach. Others, like myself, we have more like a generalistic education and training where we are expected to adapt and to apply different types of coaching with different types of clients, or even within the collaboration to apply different types of coaching, different approaches to coaching. I'm not saying that one is better than the another. It is just about you to know that, us to acknowledge that, and to take it into consideration when you choose your coach. However, there are things that are common to all types of coaching. The length of the session can be different. Some coaches have like 45 minutes coaching sessions that are quite speed. Others go up to 3 hours. On average, we're talking about 1 hour and 50 minutes, 90 minutes. What happens typically, now here I'm not talking about the very first session that is quite special. Normally, very often, what happens is in a session is that you get logged in, or you meet as it's a face-to-face coaching session, and you discuss. Coaching is about relationship, coaching is about trust, coaching is about you having a space to voice what's happening. So there is a moment where we get connected. In the very quickly, we will discuss contract. So remember, we have contracted the package, and now we are contracting just for this session. A typical question of a coach is, what do you want to happen? What do you want to have happen now? And this is to get us funneling down to something specific. And the coach is going to help you. You don't have to come with a very specific objective in mind, very specific opportunity or problem. This is our role. Ask the right questions to make us together define the goal of today. Then we will go into some kind of an exploration, and this is where the approach to coaching, the different approaches to coaching are going to create different experiences, different progress. In some cases, it's going to be what we call narrative coaching, that you are telling a story, you're telling the coach is questioning you, you're telling a story in a different way. In some cases, it can be clean language, where we kind of question and we go to metaphors, you go to metaphors, and it allows us to go really deep. In some cases of goal-oriented coaching, we can use a method called, a very old and efficient method that is called GROW, goals, reality, option, and wrap-up. There are different types of coaching, but for all coaching session, there is this time of exploration. And at some stage, the coach, with his questions, is going to bring you down to a conclusion, an action plan, and you're going to wrap up the session. You always have this process where you kind of warm up, you contract, you explore, you funnel down, you have a conclusion, and then you walk out of the session. You might not feel that at the really moment where you walk out of the session, that something big has happened, that some change has happened. Be extremely aware that the biggest change, the biggest evolution is not happening in the session with your coach, but between the sessions. You still walk out with a plan. You still walk with an action, with an intention that your coach with questions like, are you going to do it? Like a final question, are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? How committed are you to do it? And so on. You're walking out with that. And hopefully, because you are accountable, you're going to put it into action. And when you meet your coach on average 2 weeks later, you're going to discuss what happened between the sessions. You're going to chat a little bit about it, and maybe what you did, it has bringing you, has created within you a new objective. And last but not least, although we had a package, although we had a contract in the beginning with a specific goal of the collaboration, that can also evolve. Just think about in business, in family, whatever, where you come with a problem, and when you start to analyze it, you realize, that was just a symptom. The real problem is this. Coaching is the same thing. Coaching, again, the coach believes, is convinced that you have the solution. The coach is here to ask you questions, to give you the framework, and then you will move on. You will progress. And every little baby step, every little victory will open up your mind, will increase your self-awareness, and therefore, completely naturally, your objectives can evolve. So at a glance, what happens in a coaching session? And again, I would love to see some comments from colleagues, coaches on how, on their structure in a coaching session. If it differs to what I was saying, if you agree what I am saying. And I also would like testimonials from coachees. Is this how you experienced it? Or was it different? Thank you for listening, and see you soon.